Joined by Dessie Farrell. Dessie, some start to the league, some start to the year for Dublin. What's your overall assessment of the game and the performance?
Yeah, very happy with the performance. A hugely competitive game out there, and delighted with how the Dublin players went about their business. Performed really well. Great effort out there, and even when the game was slipping away from us, showed great character to get back into it.
Yeah, you mentioned the character there, the resilience in that last maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes or so when Dublin were 3 points down, a man down, and came back obviously to move ahead in injury time. Showed great character.
Yeah, and some big leaders stepped up and dragged us out of that period, and we actually got our noses in front at the death, and just a little bit disappointing to cough up the 2 points at the end. But overall, you'd have to be very happy with how we performed and how we went at it really from in that closing period.
You mentioned some of the leaders there, and I guess Brian Fenton, Kieran Kilkenny, for example, are two players who stood up today, but also some of the maybe newer faces, Conor McHugh, maybe not so new, and Aaron Byrne as well came off the bench and scored a cracking point. So some good performances maybe from the fresher faces.
Yeah, and I think that's what the league is about for us. Obviously there's a lot of players need game time, and we're trying to get as many players game time as possible, and it was great to see some new faces in there today.
Yeah, you mentioned there about game time. Maybe match sharpness is something you're maybe slightly worried about coming into this game, considering it's so early in the year. But again, that didn't seem to be a problem this evening. Yeah,
probably a little bit rusty at times. Some of the shooting or some of the tackling may have demonstrated that. But look, it's very early days, and we've only been on the practice ground for little over 2 weeks now. So there's a lot of work to do for sure, and just really happy with how competitive we are tonight.
It's a quick turnaround. Obviously it's Mayo next Saturday evening away, so not much time to recover from this evening's game.
No, that's for sure. It's we're in at the deep end with the first two league games, and look, that's the way you want it. It really focuses minds, and looking forward to next weekend. May all be another very competitive game for us.